What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I want to give you guys a quick market update as Bitcoin is getting the retracement to the upside that we were looking at on my live stream last night. So I just wanted to drop this quick market update and let the CandleMafia know what I'm thinking about price. Can we continue up? And if we do, what are the next targets to the upside? Am I still looking for a bigger drop down to 58K? Because although we were looking for this retracement to the upside, taking some really nice long positions, I will be proceeding with a little bit of caution here, guys, because as you know, I am expecting a little bit more of a drop to the downside, but that doesn't mean that we can't make some money on these retracements up. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump on into the charts and figure out where Bitcoin is going to go next. Let's get into it. So guys, here we are on the Bitcoin chart, and as you can see, we did get a beautiful bounce off our key level of support that we were looking at yesterday as we were coming down into this level with some bullish confirmations. Now, not only was this the point of control of our overall lower range that we've been trading in, but we also had that monthly horizontal level giving us some really nice confluence for that bounce to the upside. And I am currently long, and that has now played out to final TP, but we are going to continue to let a little bit of this winner run in case we come up to some higher prices. And this was a setup here in the premium Discord, guys, giving that trade setup before we even got to the level. Price came down to that level. We saw those confirmations. We went ahead and took that trade, and you guys can see not only hitting TP1, but also waking up this morning with a final TP hit at the value area high of the range. Now, this is the same trade that I had opened yesterday on the YouTube live stream. Now, we are up $1,600. Not too bad for a quick little scalp back to the upside, but I do still have a decent portion of this running. I do still have some of my short positions still open, as I'm going to go over in just a second, because although we were able to beautifully scalp this move to the upside, I do want you to keep in mind that I am expecting this push up to be a lackluster retracement to the upside before a move back down, and I'm going to give you guys kind of an inside look into my trading plan. But before we do that, guys, don't forget, if you want to sign up and trade with us on Blowfin, take advantage of this deal we have running. It's only until October 17th, where you could get 15% cash back in the form of a trading bonus. So depending on how much money you deposit, they will deposit free money into your account up to $1,500. You can use this money to take a free trade or just look at it as a discount on your losers. But this does end October 17th, so take advantage of it now. But now let's go ahead and jump back into the charts. As I was mentioning on my live stream last night, we are basically just looking at this as a lackluster retracement to the upside to potentially put in another lower high and continue back down to the POC, and then hopefully back down to the value area low of the range where we know we have a lot of liquidity sitting. And if you watch my channel, you'll know this is something we've been looking at for quite some time. So I just want to make sure you guys know that I am still looking at this as a lackluster retracement before the overall move back down to lower prices, just like we were looking at this move up as a small scalp position. We actually did trade this in the premium Discord as well. These are some of the recent trades we took, short from the top, looking for the bounce here, but understanding that was going to be a scalp position to then flip short for the continuation to the downside. And this is going to make a lot of sense, guys, when we take a look at these next key levels of resistance, because again, I am going to be looking for a lower high in here, and I will be looking to add to my short, just simply trading the plan to hopefully get this short position to play out all the way to final TP down here at 58 to 57K. So the question is, how high can we go here, guys? Now, I want to bring up Market Cipher B. As you guys can see, money flow actually isn't looking too bad here on the 80 and 90 minute, and this was one of the big signals that we were looking at on the live stream for the bigger drop to the downside when we got that crossover into the red. But now we are starting to see that money flow come back to the upside, so that could be a sign that we could continue up a little bit here, especially that 80-minute curving up. Now, I will say a lot of these time frames are a little bit overbought, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little bit of turbulence here before going up for one more shot to the upside. But again, either way, the overall sentiment here, whether we get stuck under the value area high and move back down to the POC and value area low, or if we go for the bigger retracement and then a move down, I am going to be looking for the lower high here, guys. But based off money flow, it does look like we could potentially continue up a little bit higher. So let's take a look at some of those key levels to the upside, guys. Now, obviously, we have tapped that golden pocket here in confluence with that value area high. And I do want to mention this is a very key level of resistance. This level is going to be kind of our guide to where price is going to go next, because as long as we remain above this value area high, we have an opportunity to continue up to the 62.2 level, which is a larger golden pocket, as well as this upper 786 at 63.2. But I will say I am right now more interested in this golden pocket. We will reassess the situation if we can get up here, but just to give you guys that extra level of resistance above 63.2 will kind of be that next step to the upside. But 62.2 is a little bit more interesting to me, because if we pull up the liquidation heat maps here, guys, you could see if we zoom in on the lower time frames, you could see right here between about 62,000 all the way up to about 62.2, we do have that little little pocket of liquidity, so we may be able to go up and sweep that level. And then if we get past that and we do continue up right here at about 62.8, almost up to 63K, we also do have a little bit of liquidity, giving us that 786 as a little bit of a backstop of resistance. So we definitely do have some liquidity in these areas. So if we do continue up, those are going to be the two major levels that I'm looking at in order to see a potential continuation to the downside. Again, this is your major range that you're going to be paying attention to. Now, guys, I will point out that these Fibonacci retracement levels are also confluent with this previous value area we have up here. And a lot of times, guys, when you break down out of a previous value area like this, where you get a big breakdown, sometimes if you come back into that range, you can come up and reject that POC, which is going to be confluent with that 786 retracement. So if we do continue up a little bit, I really would not like to get above this POC. If we get above this level, I will be looking up towards the value area high, which is getting very close to invalidating the idea of coming back down to 57 to 58K. But sometimes price likes to do crazy things. So I will just be looking at these as two separate ranges. If we do come back up here, I will be looking to add into the short. Even if we come up to the $64,500 value area high, technically we could still potentially look for a pullback, but we have to assess price action when it gets there. But ideally, I would really like to stick into this Fibonacci retracement, get accepted back into the range, and then go back down to lower prices. And again, guys, I know we're pumping here. Obviously, we're making money on the pump in the Candle Mafia, but just remember, guys, overall, I will say, higher time frame, 8-hour money flow coming out, 6-hour money flows in the red. And with that liquidity sitting down here, I do think it would be absolutely beautiful to come flush those lows before that next move to the upside. But if we don't get that, guys, we will simply change our trading plan to capitalize on the more bullish move. You can see price pushing right up into our target right now. Absolutely beautiful. And don't forget, guys, if you want to trade alongside me and the Candle Mafia in the premium Discord where I give these trade setups beforehand, you can go ahead and check the link in the description down below or go to frankiecandlestrading.com. In here, I post the trade setups with confirmations as well as daily TA, just keeping you guys updated on exactly what I'm doing. And you can see we are in here making gains. I do little video updates. There's a lot of value in here, guys. It's very educational. It's not a signals group, but we just give the setups. I let you know what I'm looking at on price, and people have been finding a whole lot of value in it. So with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for today's quick market update. Hopefully this helps you guys out and gives you an idea of where I'm looking for price to go next. So hopefully we can hit those targets and then get that bigger move to the downside on Bitcoin to the 57 to 58K zone. But if anything changes, I'll be the first person to update you guys right here on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. That's all the time I got for today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Frankie Candles out.
Go at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand.